We're continuing our fun at the MSU Science Festival, and I'm with Alassane Sow, and I'm holding something interesting I've never held before. Tell me about what I have.
What you have right now is something called the pink oyster mushroom. It's currently colonizing some sterile grain, and we'll use that grain to inoculate some straw that we'll put into bags and have little bags of oyster mushrooms for everybody to make April 9th at 11:15 at the Science Festival.
This is so cool. And what do you have in your hand?
This is another type of oyster mushroom. This is just a white oyster. It's kind of mundane compared to the pink one. It's really vibrant and nice.
Yeah, this is a cool one. You got another one too.
Yeah, over here I have something called Pinellas. It glows in the dark. We're not going to eat this one, but I like this one a lot because it's cool and it glows. And then there's some fruiting bodies coming up here, so it's a nice little example of the fungal life cycle.
And what makes it glow?
Just bioluminescence. I'm not familiar with the biology of it.
No, that's cool though. That's very cool. So talk to me about how you got into knowing how to make these and culture these.
During the pandemic, I had a little bit too much free time, so I spent
Didn't we all?
Yeah, so I spent a lot of time reading about mushrooms and watching YouTube videos and whatnot. So I kind of got into the hobby and was growing those at home, and then I got into a research lab when I got to MSU, working on mushrooms as well.
You kind of taught yourself, and then you're obviously getting some education
here.
Yeah.
So I taught myself, and then I learned the actual way to do it once I got here. I came here and I was like, oh, I know how to do this and this and this, and everyone's like, that's the wrong way. That's the old way to do it. So.
That's the old way. YouTube's outdated.
Yeah.
All right, and you're a student here, so you're able to kind of use your education here to kind of help continue grow mushrooms, or what does that look like for you?
Right. So what I like to do is these oysters. I've done a couple workshops before where we've done straw. With other students who are interested in mushrooms. It's really good to be able to do outreach things because you can always tout caring for the environment, but if you don't really understand what's going on or why taking care of the environment matters, you're not going to really anybody to care about it. So I think it's really important for people to understand what's going on or have a little interest in nature.
Yeah, absolutely. So why should people get involved in either this or come out to your presentation? What's kind of your message to the public of why people should come out?
I think just in general it'll be a fun activity to do, but also it's just nice to have something to relate to. You could walk outside and see a mushroom and be like, oh, I know that's an oyster mushroom. Actually, this oyster mushroom right here, I collected on campus.
Wow.
Yeah, so I found a fruiting body on a tree and I cultured that and now I'm growing it out in a bag. So it's Michigan grown mushrooms, and yeah.
That's cool, and people can probably start to classify them after they come to your class because they'll know a little bit more about what they're looking for.
Yeah, definitely oysters, and there's a lot of resources out there, especially on the internet. It's open access, it's free to be able to see all kinds of native mushrooms in Michigan and be able to identify and learn about them in general.
So Alassane, if people want to come out and experience the Science Festival and kind of come to your workshop, learn more about it, where should they go?
If you'd like to learn more, you can go to sciencefestival.msu.edu. It'll have the whole catalog of all the events and the Science in the Gardens events for the weekend of the 9th and the 10th.
Okay, am I allowed to take a bite of this?
No, not yet.
All right, I have to come out on Saturday, right?
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much for your time.
Of course, thank you.
All right, stick around, Studio 10 continues after the break.